Did they ever say they might get you?
They threatened to. My little girl, who, when I left, was still at the house.
Prince Andrew got me alcohol. It was in the VIP section. I'm pretty sure it was vodka. Prince Andrew was like, let's dance together, and I was like, okay.
Survivors are coming forward with explosive claims about how Prince Andrew operated within Jeffrey Epstein's network. And the evidence suggests King Charles didn't just turn a blind eye, he actively participated in damage control. This isn't happening in isolation either. Sarah Ferguson allegedly issued a chilling warning to Epstein that no woman has ever departed the royal family with her head intact. A statement that feels deeply ominous given how many women reported being trafficked into royal circles. Virginia Giuffre has already established the groundwork, testifying that she was trafficked to billionaires and royalty, with Epstein weaponizing her story as blackmail to secure favors from the world's most powerful figures.
To a lot of types of different men. I was to other billionaires. I was to politicians, professors, even royalty. He used me as a form of blackmail. So, these people would owe him favors.
What amplifies the disturbing nature of these allegations is a leaked phone conversation where Michael Jackson supposedly expressed terror that Epstein's associates were plotting to eliminate him, desperately hoping his children would remain safe.
You could do this.
This wasn't baseless paranoia. This was someone with insider access to elite networks, speaking about genuine terror. When blackmail operations are legitimate, when leverage tactics are authentic, then that fear becomes completely rational. This transforms the entire situation from mere scandal into a matter of life and death. Once Andrew's involvement enters this dangerous sphere, coincidental explanations lose all credibility. He wasn't maintaining distance from Epstein. He was rolling out the red carpet, inviting him to unwind at the Queen's private log cabin retreat, later defending the relationship by claiming it provided valuable opportunities. With a registered sex trafficker. That wasn't a verbal mistake. That was someone speaking from a place of total comfort. This is precisely where the corruption reaches toward the throne itself. Leaked correspondence from Epstein's inner circle allegedly reveals that a King Charles aide personally coordinated royal security protection for Jeffrey Epstein. This doesn't suggest a rogue prince operating independently. This reveals an entire institutional framework. Buckingham Palace's subsequent statement that King Charles would cooperate with UK police investigating whether Andrew leaked confidential intelligence to Epstein wasn't righteous indignation, it was strategic damage control. Andrew also secured £12 million from the late Queen's estate and King Charles to silence Virginia Giuffre through settlement.
Well, in another major development tonight, Buckingham Palace has said that the King has made clear his profound concern at allegations about the conduct of his brother, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, and that he stands ready to support the police if approached over the claims.
The King has made clear, in words and through unprecedented actions, his profound concern at allegations which continue to come to light in respect of Mr. Mountbatten Windsor's conduct. If we are approached by Thames Valley Police, we stand ready to support them, as you would expect.
No trial, no testimony, just hush money. Giuffre never got her day in court to confront him directly. Then in 2025, reports of her death surfaced, timing that only deepened public skepticism about convenient coincidences. The palace infiltration allegations paint an even darker picture. Andrew allegedly smuggled women into Buckingham Palace using the alias Mrs. Windsor, calling ahead to guarantee entry. That's not maintaining separation, that's providing direct access. Charles faced public confrontation when someone shouted asking how long he'd known about the Andrew Epstein connection, and Andrew maintained regular visits to Epstein's private island. The corruption extended beyond personal meetings. Andrew reportedly dined with a model during a taxpayer-funded diplomatic mission to China, while an aide allegedly transmitted photographs to Epstein. Even when global scrutiny was at its peak, Epstein remained embedded in royal activities. This doesn't resemble distancing. This demonstrates uninterrupted collaboration. There's even photographic evidence from a Sandringham shooting party featuring Epstein, Maxwell, Prince Andrew, and billionaire Tom Pritzker all together. Multiple generations of elite power intertwined in a single image. The web of complicity continues expanding, with Barbara Adler alleging that Naomi Campbell served as a procurer for wealthy and influential men within this network.
Andrew Mountbatten Windsor was loaned £12 million by his parents and brother Charles to pay off accuser Virginia Giuffre and has yet to give any back. The late Queen is said to have given Andrew £7 million for the 2022 settlement, with another £3 million coming from Prince Philip's estate a year after his death. Some £1.5 million was paid by the then Prince Charles, with other royals also chipping in, and a source said Andrew's not paid a penny back.
Entertainment and political figures keep getting implicated in this scandal. Each week brings fresh names to light, making this feel less like isolated criminal behavior and more like an entire culture designed to shield predators. Charles' historical associations don't help his credibility either. He maintained a close friendship with Jimmy Savile, who sexually abused hundreds of victims over decades. Andrew connected to Epstein, Savile connected to Charles. This pattern feels intentional rather than coincidental. The international scope extends far beyond British territory, with Juliette Bryant describing recruitment from Cape Town at age 20, transportation to New York, then Epstein's Island, where she described psychological imprisonment after her passport was confiscated.
So one of my best friends, she's not here today. She was by Naomi Campbell.
Email records document female travelers being transported from Cape Town to London, Atlanta, and New York, continuing through 2018, indicating coordinated international movement.
Basically, as the plane took off, he started forcefully touching me in between my legs. And I just freaked out, and I suddenly realized, oh my God, my family aren't going to see me again. These people might kill me. You know, I got such a fright. It was such a huge changing thing for me. And I suddenly realized I had to just be nice and be friendly, because I realized that I was in great danger.
Systematized, organized, and if any portion of these allegations proves accurate, this transcends simple exploitation into targeted racial exploitation layered with systematic discrimination, revealing the calculated precision behind the entire operation. Maria Farmer collapsed emotionally after discovering evidence that her 1996 FBI complaint about Epstein was deliberately ignored.
Epstein Island? Here's what. Jeff gave in at some point and told him, yes, I'll find some friends. Jeff wanted young, fresh girls, virgins. He told, don't bring me any.
She had alleged that Epstein stole nude photographs of her 12 and 16-year-old sisters, evidence that could have prevented countless future victims if authorities had taken action 2 decades ago. Virginia also testified that Epstein installed hidden surveillance throughout his properties to record powerful men with underage girls for blackmail purposes, meaning if those cameras captured what survivors describe, anyone filmed was potentially compromised. And protecting Epstein meant protecting whatever evidence those recordings contained. Then there's the evidence the public has been denied access to. An investigation discovered the Department of Justice released merely 2% of materials seized from Epstein's properties, with millions of files and electronic devices withheld from public disclosure.
My sister, Maria Farmer, reported Epstein and his crimes in 1996. We've been saying that over and over again. And part of what was released today was an official FBI form, and I think it was an FT 71, dated September 3rd, 1996, with my sisters. Some of my sister's report. It was labeled under fee, and it described Epstein stealing photos of myself at the age of 16, of my younger sister who was 12 at the time.
Doors kept opening for him throughout the system, and protection allegedly extended to his inner circle as well. When Epstein's girlfriend Karina Shuliak faced visa complications in 2013, he reportedly orchestrated a marriage arrangement with an American woman named Jennifer, allowing Shuliak to obtain her green card in 2015, citizenship in 2018, and divorce less than 12 months later. That demonstrates absolute confidence that the system won't scrutinize your activities, and broader allegations are circulating that King Charles received personal invitations to Epstein's Island and participated in disturbing ritualistic activities. Not every accusation carries equal weight, but the underlying pattern remains consistent: elite access, institutional protection, enforced silence. When people conclude that King Charles helped Prince Andrew conceal his Epstein connections, they're not responding purely emotionally. They're analyzing the settlement financing, the aid-coordinated protection emails, the palace infiltration allegations, the suppressed evidence files, and the blackmail operations. Once you understand that Epstein built leverage around royalty and billionaires, and Andrew was embedded within that network, Charles's silence stops feeling accidental and starts feeling deliberately protective. If silence served as the currency that maintained stability for everyone involved, the crucial question becomes what exactly was captured on those recordings that required a king to keep his brother shielded regardless of the cost.
A Channel 4 News investigation today reveals that all those pictures, emails, videos and messages released by the Department of Justice said to be over 3 million pages, may amount to just a fraction of the Epstein material obtained by investigators.
Were babies that had been aborted or that were aborted by them, and they were in like a cryogenic kind of a machine that they were doing experiments on. That was very done underground, of course. He had a lot of connections. Stephen Hawkins was there, and there was a lot of evil was done.
Documents in the Epstein files are showing how the country's most prestigious hospital gave Epstein special medical access, treated the girls that were staying with him, and gave him medical equipment for his island. And this is all after he was a registered sex offender.